All right, hello my friends. Are you ready to start on this adventure today? It's a little bit crazy with all the different paper collections, and I was trying to figure out the best way to do it today. And so I think what I'm going to do is I am going to create the original design. So this one right here, and then I will show you the other two designs off to the side. So if you're using Life's a Hoot, you can follow this one right here. This is the one with just the daisy thin cut. So if you're lucky enough to grab the daisy thin cut, that is what this one looks like. And this is the one that was designed originally with the daisy paper collection. So that's the one I'm going to put together, but then you'll have these two off to the side to make sure everything's in camera, my squeaky chair. So you have everything off to the side so you can reference the other designs. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my papers out. I have my card base, and I'm only going to do one of each design just to save a little bit of time, and then you can go back and do the second one, or if you're quick you can just do it while we are creating. So I've actually cut my papers and I put them in this cute little 6x6 envelope. These are the envelopes that our stamp sets come in. They're actually really handy. I have a set of them just sitting on my desk to put different things in, and one of those is to keep all of my parts and pieces together in one handy little place. So let's go ahead and get started on this one. This one's pretty easy. We're just going to be using stickers and the Happy Easter. So this is the stamp set I'm using. It is the Easter Gnomes, and this one, the Just Because, came from the It's a Little Things card making stamp set. So if you have that one, and I should have looked to see if it's still available, but I just love the Just Because, and you know, you can send it for all kinds of things. So that's what I chose for those two. But I'm going to do Happy Easter on this one. Okay, so you'll have your piece of ballerina. I forget the pink color, so I had to peek. You'll have a stripe of pattern paper, and this is Flamingo. You'll actually have two of these if you followed the workshop guide. Or you could do, there's enough in your paper collection, you could do a third too. So, and you'll have your white square and a white triangle, and I believe that it is all. And then you'll have your pink, you want to grab your pink dots, we're going to use those, and make sure you have all the things, your stickers. So even if you're doing the Life's a Hoot, you'll want your sticker sheet. Look how pretty this one is. It's seriously like so pretty. See that one? It was so fun actually to take the design, the original design, and then change it up a little bit for these other ones. So if you have some of my older workshop guides, you could probably totally do that. And maybe we should start doing like blast from the past workshop guides and using them with new paper. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue on the light side and put it on my card base. Put that right over there. And then my stripe piece, I'm going to leave just a little bit of an edge, so maybe about 1/4 of an inch of an edge around of the pink. Okay. And then I have my flamingo, and I'm going to put the glue on the light side. And I'm going to kind of put that right in the center. So there's about a 1/2 inch on each side in the middle. And then you have your white piece right there. And I'm going to stamp this before I put it down. So let's grab the Clover Ink pad. This is a nice bright green, perfect for St. Patrick's Day that we just celebrated. Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Let me know in the comments. My kids you know, wear green to school, but that's about as exciting as we get around here. I tried to do like the Lucky Charms one year, but my kids don't eat cold cereal. It is so weird to me. They will not eat cold cereal. I don't know why, because I would love for them to eat cereal, but they don't. It's kind of a funny. So I'm just going to stamp Happy Easter using that Clover Ink right in the center. I'll make sure I get that nice and juicy. Happy Easter. Just going to clean that off with my chamois really fast. All right, and then we can put that on our card. And just leave a little bit of a border in between those. Okay, I just need them. Okay, we're good. Just make sure we're still in frame. So on these two, this one I did a double doodle, this one I did a single doodle line. So you could put a doodle if you wanted to. I didn't on the original, but you totally could. And then let's add our stickers. So I'm going to add this one right here. So we have our big daisy, and then we have our smaller florals. Let me grab those, or not florals, leaves. And I'm just going to put the leaves on, going to both opposite directions, so it just kind of doesn't go over the edge. And then I'm going to use my 3D foam and pop up the big sticker. So on this one, we have the two leaves and then the two daisy flowers. So it's very, very similar. Oh, I love daisies. They're like seriously my favorite. For my wedding, we made mint. We had like a daisy mold and we made mints. So we had little white daisy mints at our wedding. Okay, and then I'm going just to add a little bright pink heart right at the top. And then on this one, I used the large heart and 2 dots just for fun. So that one is done. So that is your first design. Okay, all these fun cards. You guys might be seeing some of these cards in your mailbox. I have a lot. Okay, the second one is, let me find my gnome friend. Where did I put all? Okay, here we go. So this is the second card. This one right here. Here is the daisy, I actually did it this way, the daisy version, and here is the owl version. Okay. And again, you can do another, not set, but you could do, there's enough in the daisy that you could cut another one, or you could grab the Life's a Hoot and do the same thing, just a little bit different. All right, so let's grab a card base. Where did I put my card? There they are. Okay, again, I'm just going to do one. Hopefully you saw the post where I did the coloring for the gnomes and you have those done already. They take a little bit, so that's why I wanted us to do them ahead of time so we could just focus on the cards. Oh, you know what? I did him a little different. Yep, I didn't fill in his hat. Oh well. Okay, so we have our little wheelbarrow gnome. This always happens. I always have some kind of oopsie. We have our gingham paper. You'll have a little strip of clover and your small daisy and a square of clover and a square of white. And we're going to stamp this fun little Easter egg on the white. So let's go ahead and start with that. And let me grab that little bitty egg. And of course I didn't bring a small block with me, so I'm going to use a big one. And I'm going to use Flamingo Ink. And I'm going to random stamp this egg. Oop, I messed up, so we're going to flip that over. I'm going to random stamp that egg on the white. And kind of try to get on the outside, because you're going to be able to see the outside a little bit better because the gnome is going to be covering up the inside. And there we go. Okay. Just clean that off. All right. And then let's add our doodle line while we're at it. So I just grabbed my black pen and I'm going to add a doodle. So on this one over here, I didn't add a doodle. I don't know why, because I love a doodle. It was a very fun month to figure out. The darn Daisy sold out way too fast. But hopefully it worked out for everybody. If you got Daisy, put it in the comments. You're lucky, a lucky person. Or if you're doing Life's a Hoot, put that in the comments so I can see which design you are doing today. Okay, oh, I need to stamp that too. Okay, let's go ahead and switch out this stamp to Gnome Bunny is better friend than you. And did I bring black? Of course I did not. That's funny. I had black on my list, and then I'm like, well, I don't need black because I already stamped all the gnomes, but then I didn't bring it. Okay, I'm going to do it in Clover, but if you have your black ink pad sitting there, go ahead and do black. Let's see how it looks with the green. Just do it in this bottom right hand corner. Oh, that's cute too. There you go, you have two options. You can do green or black. And let's go ahead and add that to the bottom of our card base. Line that up. And then I'm going to put the small daisy on the top. Or you could flip it over and do the other side too. That is the joy of having two-sided paper. You have options. Or a whole nother paper packet altogether. Okay, so now we have our Clover strip. Stick that in between those two. Oh, so cute. And our Clover square. Then our white square. Something is jiggling over in my supply over there. Okay, and then we have our little gnome, and we can add some 3D foam to him. It's gonna drive me crazy. It's like when you're driving in a car and, sorry, my chair squeaks. When you're driving in a car and you can hear a rattle and you don't know where it's coming from. Hopefully you can't hear it. All right, so then we're going to add him right on in there. And there is card number 3 and 4, or 5 and 6, whatever. Oh wait, we have cute things we need to add. Hold on. How could I forget the cuteness? Okay, those are our itty bitty hearts on your sticker sheet right there. And itty bitty hearts dot. I'm like, what are these called? And then a circle dot right there. Okay, now we're done. How can I forget the bling? I added 2 little dots there because I didn't have like a sentiment, and then I added a couple around the owl on there. So look, different ways to add some bling to that design. Okay, so we are going to move on to 5 and 6. And that is not that one. Not those ones. Oh, there they are. I put them in piles all around my desk. Okay, so here is the Gnome version. Here is the Daisy version. And here is the Hoot, Life's a Hoot version. Now, if you don't have the Daisy, you could add another sticker or something, or a die cut of some sort there. They sold out really fast too, and they're so cute. Okay, so now we have this guy right here in the middle. And you'll want your gingham. You'll have a clover piece, a square, a floral square, a ballerina, a flamingo, and then a larger black piece, and then a smaller black square. And I think that is all. Oh, and you need your little gnome. She is this cute little one right here with the pink, or the pink egg. So for some odd reason on the stamp, she doesn't have a neckline. And so my friend, who is super smart, suggested I just add some pearls with a black pen. So she has pearls. I just did scallops on this one. Then on this one, I just drew a line. So if you're like me and I need a little separation, there's a couple options for that. I don't know if it was a mistake or it's supposed to be that way, but I'm like, she needs a neckline. So I just drew one on. Okay, so let's grab our base and let's do the stamping first. So there's no stamping on those two, but this one we're going to stamp. And again, I needed black ink, but we will figure it out. So let's stamp the have an Easter like gnome other. I'm just going to use the Clover ink again because that's what I have sitting here. Or black. So yeah, we're like just changing these cards all kinds of different ways. Oh, a mistake is, what is it? My sweet friend Jill, she always said a mistake is a chance for embellishment or something like that. Oh, my sweet friend Jill. Okay, she is one of those sweet ladies that passed away recently. Oh, and I've been just thinking of all the fun stories and experiences that we've had. I've been actually going back and printing out photos and some of the adventures we had, and oh my goodness, we had a good time. Okay, so now I'm going to use a Flamingo ink and stamp the egg next to the sentiment. What is making what is making that noise? Again, I hope you can't hear it. It's driving me crazy. In my husband's car, there was something rolling around and we couldn't figure out what it was, and it ended up being my sweet daughter gets car sick, and so he found those sick bags that you can get at the hospital that have like the round and then the bag on it, and he ordered some for her, and it was rolling around in the side of the door. We couldn't figure it out. It was funny. So put your gingham right there. Sweet girl. She just gets a little car sick. And it doesn't, her dad's driving doesn't help either. He is a little bit of a zoomer. He likes to zoom. Okay, so about a ½ inch from the left-hand side, I'm just going to eyeball it to the center for the black. And then we're going to put the clover right on top. Okay, she's actually doing a lot better, but we always have a little bag in the card just in case. So this one is kind of going to go about a 1/2 inch down, a 1/2 inch from the left. So it's just kind of offset a little bit. Then our floral. Okay, I love that little peak of black behind there. Then we have our sentiment, which of course I stamped on the wrong side, but that's all right. Oh, I need to put it below. See, I'm not even paying attention. Hold on. We need to put our flamingo piece across the top. This one has some layers, like an onion or Shrek. Okay. And I'll stick that underneath. There we go. And our gnome. I thought of Shrek because my adult son went to the doctor by himself for the first time. I'm like, you're an adult, you can go have your appointment. And he sent me the I'm All Alone meme from Shrek when he sings that song. I'm like, oh. Made my mama heart hurt, but I'm sure he was just joking with me, but I still felt bad. You know, they got to become adults sometime, right? They need to work on their own stuff. Okay, so there's our little gnome with 3D foam. And I love these bright pink ones, obviously, because I keep using them. So I'm going to add 2 little dots right there. Okay, so that is our fun little egg girl. Have an Easter-like gnome other. Okay. Yeah, and now he's 18, like the doctor's office won't even talk to me because he's an adult. I'm like, well, that's funny because I still pay his bills. He can tell him to, I know, but anyway, it's just weird that when they turn 18, it just gets kind of weird. Alrighty, so now we have this one right here, 7 and 8. We are moving right along. Oh, that's funny. I didn't. Okay. Think I made an oopsie. That's all right. Let's see. Oh, maybe I didn't. Well, what I did is I cut out the gnome instead of stamped him on here, but that is just fine. What I did when I cut my gnomes is I just did a long sheet and I just cut all the things to color them in. Okay, so you'll have your small daisy. And oh, here it is. I was like, where is? Then you'll have a strip of the stripes. And this white piece you're supposed to stamp your gnome on, but I cut him out, so now we can 3D foam him. We're going to improvise on that one too. Oh, funny. Things just don't go as planned sometimes. All right, so now let's go ahead and add our daisy paper. And then our stripe paper. Just right there in the center. And our flamingo. When I designed it, I was trying to save ourselves from cutting another gnome, but I did it anyway. Then our white. Now, if you follow the directions, you might have your gnome on here, but unlike me, I don't follow my own directions. We're going to attach him. Okay, grab your black pen. We're going to add a double doodle. We're going to get crazy with the double doodle. So fun. Do you like to doodle? I know a couple of you started doodling because I doodle. I don't know. It just adds a little something. All right. Fast and messy. I love it. Okay, so now we can add this guy in the center. You can use 3D foam if you'd like. I am actually running low on 3D foam, so I am going to save it on that one. So here's our little heart that we used. All those items that are on back order, one of them is 3D foam, and it's driving me crazy. Just watching like every day. Okay, did I say how much on this one? 2 1/4. Okay, let's put it over here on my handy dandy mat, and we'll cut it at an angle just for fun, kind of like a washi tape. And just add it there on the top. I think he is done. I just need to look, make sure there's nothing else. Okay. So, oh, this one's upside down. So I did exactly the same thing over here. I just used the flower instead, and then instead of the sticker, because I used them here, I just added a heart dot instead. So very similar look, just a little bit different. Look at this stack of cards I have. You guys are definitely going to be getting those in the mail. All right. Last one. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Okay, so this one is super fast, simple, and easy, and I love it. So this is the original. Here is the Daisy version, and here is the Hoot version. The stamp I used on this is that same stamp set. It's the Little Things card making stamp set. I will look it up and see if it's still available. And then I just used the daisy here. And on this one, I just stamped Happy Easter. So super fast and simple to put this one together. I get a card base. Come on, card base. There we are. Okay, so you will have your big floral on the cutest zip strip ever. And we're just going to add it to our card base and then stamp a sentiment. Easy peasy. Okay, so there we go. Now if you're just joining me, I did send out the Daisy workshop guide to my VIPs, and if you've placed an order, I do send it to you. And then I did post the Life's a Hoot versions. I didn't write up all the directions, I just put the measurements for that one. Okay, so we're going to use Flamingo Ink, and we're going to stamp Happy Easter on the bottom right hand corner. And I'm going to bring in the foam just so I get a nice image, hopefully. And make sure we have it on the right side. Okay. Happy Easter. There we go. And then we have one little heart. You can put a heart next to your sentiment. And that is 9 and 10, and the different little options there. So, okay, lots of options this month for cards. Hopefully you made it through. Let me know which paper collection you're using here. I'm just going to throw them all in. Again, if you like the directions or the workshop guide, all you need to do is place an order on my website and I will email it to you. The Life's a Hoot is in our group, so you can go check that out. And Life's a Hoot is still available. Daisy is sold out. So there is, you know, still an option to create these cards. Okay, come back in just a little bit and we will start on our layouts. See you in a bit.